Okay. Oh, good morning. Oh, I didn't do that. All right. Those are my stuff. Okay, what are we doing? We're looking at this Abacus. This Abacus is a counting tool. This counting tool is going to help us understand how to visualize our numbers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be visualizing our numbers. So the first thing we're going to do is understand what this number is. Now, if you look, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you look, right, anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, this is the horizontal bar. Now this is all zeroed out. Whenever the beads are touching the horizontal bar, this is what's being counted. So we have our number, right? This is 1. 1 on the abacus is 1. That's it. All the lower beads has a value of 1. So we have 1, and then these are not touching the horizontal bar, so they're considered not counted. So this column is 1. This one is 0, because none of the beads are going to touch the horizontal bar. 0 is like a placeholder, right? We know what 0 is. Then we have 4. 4. Here it says 1, 2, 3, 4. When there's 4 ones, 4 individual beads, they all have a value of 1. This is what's considered 4. So together, it's considered 4. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. What we're doing is we're visualizing our numbers, and so we have our next number. We do 4 again, but guess what? If we add the top bead, which is 5, that's the value of 5. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. What we're doing is we're understanding our numbers through Abacus. Thank you so much for liking the live. So this is 9,401. So anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, they're being counted. We have 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 and 4. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So this number right here is actually 9. This is 9. Does that make sense? So we have the 5, which will always be the top bead, and the 4, which is always 1, 2, 3, 4. All these are individual ones. So these are the values of ones. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Okay, so we have 9,401. So we have our next number. That's what 9,401 looks like. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to do some morning math. That's what we're doing. We're doing some morning math. Good morning.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Good morning, wall. Morning, ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
Ready to start the day? We're going to start the day with some morning math. So, good morning, everybody. We're going to do this number here. Notice that there's the top beads touching the horizontal bar. When the top beads are touching the horizontal bar, those are considered 5, right? 5, 5, 5. These are all 5s, no matter what. This one's not touching, so this is 0. So when we look, we have 2 over here, so we're going to add 1, 2. So we see 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. We do it again. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. And then this is 3. 1, 2, 3. So these 3 beads, that's what it is, 3 beads, because every individual bead at the bottom is a value of 1. Does that make sense? So then we have this one, which is just 1. So we have 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. So the number we have is 7,736. That's what this number is. Oh, sorry. There we go. 7,736. 7,736. That's what we're doing. So then what we're doing is we're learning how to read the abacus we're trying to read numbers on the abacus. When you can visualize your numbers, then we can start doing some adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to understand how to read the abacus. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank you so much for liking the live. Good morning, everybody.
Step 2, greet the day, smile, and say, Good morning, city. Good morning, city.
Thank you, Belle, for the follow. Thank you, Kate Evans, for the tiny diny. Thank you so much. Thank you, BK. Thank you, BK Daily. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for the rose. So we have our next number. We have 3, 1, 2, 3. Then our next number is going to be 6 because we have 1 bead on top and 1 bead on bottom. We have 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom. So this is 63. We have our next number, which is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, for those of you that are interested, I have this book available in my TikTok shop. You have the opportunity to buy the abacus as well. Ooh, I wonder if I have the different ones. Oh, I should check that. Okay, so then we have 1. 1 in the thousands column. Well, how do I know what numbers are there? How do I know the place values? Well, the place values are ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Thank you, Fried, for the follow. Thank you, Aztec, for the follow. You'll notice that there is a label. This dot right here labels this. This tells me that this is the ones place. So this is the ones place over here. This is the thousands. Just like a comma, right? When we write the answers, sometimes it's nice to have the comma. This one is 1,463. So we have our ones over here, we have our thousands over here. So what's after the ones is just like how we have like the tenths and the hundredths. So then we have the tenths and the hundredths. The decimal sits between, right? Between the ones and the tenths because that doesn't take a place value. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. What we're going to do is we're learning how to visualize our numbers on the abacus. So we have 1,463. That's what that is. So here we can write it out. Notice that there's no comma, but it's harder to see. But if I decide to put a comma here, it'd be easier to see. Like that. Right? So that's what this dot is. This dot is for the comma. All right. So our next number. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
So we have all the bottom beats are touching the horizontal bar, right? And then so these are all the values of 1. So we see this is 1, this is 2, this is 2, this is 1. But the difference between these two, right, is the difference between this one and this one is that there is a horizontal, is the top bead. The top bead is added to the column, right? So this looks like very similar to this one right here. These two where my fingers are. But if I add the 5, then now we have 6. There's 6 over here, but there's 1 over here. Same thing with this. There's a 2 here, there's a 2 here. But because we have added the 5 at the top, this one is now 7. So this is 700, and this is 20. So we have 1,726. Wake up, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining.
Step 2, greet the day, smile, and say, Good morning, city! Good morning, city!
All right. So our next number is, math is so hard. Bro, I can't. Because it's morning. I don't see how this is very difficult. How is this math difficult? All we're doing is trying to read the numbers. So, but then it could be a drive-by troll. Nah, that's what happens. We get drive-by trolls. That's what happens. So, unless you're really serious about it, give me another comment. D star. So we have the top beats a value of 5. We have the bottom beats a value of 1s. When we're putting it together, we have our number and then this. So for those of you that are interested, for those of you that are not trolls, please let me know what number you think this is. If I told you that the top beat is a value of 5 and the bottom beat's a value of 1, what number do you think this is? So we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Huh. If this math is hard for you, I don't know. Oh, so it was a drive-by comment from a troll. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I get a lot of drive-by trolls. It's so weird. Like, I don't know why they would spend the time to even do a drive-by comment. You know what I mean? Like, why would you want to spend the time to go into a room and do a drive-by? Doesn't make any sense. See, how can this be hard? You already got it, but no. Actually, it's 5, right? The top is a value of 5, right? So almost D star, almost. You got the 5. So this is 5, and this is 5. So 5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have 5, 6, 7. Does that make sense? So you almost got it, but you got to pay attention to the top beat. The top beat is, here we go, right? Does that make sense, D star? Thank you so much for the comment. I do appreciate that. So apparently you're not a drive-by troll. So yeah, how are we going? No, it's not 67. It's not 67. User 5080.
Do you understand the word words that are coming out from my mouth?
So D star, when we're looking, this is 5, right? This is 5 plus 3. 5, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3, right? And then 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. And then we have 5 plus 6. 5 plus 6. Cool? So we have 5,876. Thank you, Hertz. Thank you, Hertz. I was reading your comment. Thank you. That helped me. So we have 5,876. Yes, thank you. So that's what it looks like. And we have our next number. I'm going to clear my abacus. When I clear it, I'm just clearing out, so this is all zeros. Anytime the beads are no longer touching the horizontal bar, yes, see, that's what I'm saying. You can't say this is hard. You've got it. So cool, right? So we have our number, right? This is the 5, and then we have that. What number do you think that is? This cannot be hard. I do not accept that, D star. Thank you, Soviet George. Thank you so much for joining. You like that? So, drive-by trolls. Hello, Queen. Thank you. So it is 5,000? No, it's not 5,000. Damn. Yes. So it's 9,000, right? 740. Almost. We didn't get there's the top bead. The top bead doesn't add to the 4. So this is actually 4. This is 9. So you almost got it. Almost. So the top bead is a value of 5. The bottom bead's a value of 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. There's 4 ones. 1, 1, 1, 1. So we have 5 plus 4, right? And then what do? Oh, I gotta bring this up a little bit. There we go. Then we have 5 plus 2, right? 5 plus 2. Have a good day, damn. Thank you for joining. Damn diggity. So we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then when the top bead touches, that's what's considered 9. The top bead is a value of 5. Okay. I'm just catching up. Okay, so 7. Yep. So it's 9,739. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Almost. No, this is not 5 beads. We have to think of a representation. So the top bead is a value of 5, but you got the 7, you got the 4, and you got the 9. So I don't know why you don't get the 5. Because this is 9, right? This number is the same as this number. This number is 9. This number is 9. Do you see the similarities? So then we have 7. You got the 7, and you got the 4. So the top bead is a value of 5, and the bottom bead is a value of 1. So there's 2 bottom beads. This is 2. There's 4 bottom beads. So this is 4. There's 4 bottom beads plus the 5. This is 9. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Okay. D star, are you ready? Here we go. So that's what the answer is. 9,749. And then we have this. Okay, D star, what's going on? I've been on this live for 2 minutes and now I'm able to solve. Thank you. Yeah, not a problem, Daniel. Not a problem. Hey, if you guys enjoy the content, go ahead and double tap. Thank you, everybody. So, thank you, Queen. Is it 2,439? Well done, Boop. Hello, Stuart. Welcome. Good morning, Stuart.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall. Morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
Good morning, Stuart. Are you ready to start the day? Yes, thank you, Boop. It is. Good morning, Ron. So we have 2,439. Good. Yay. See, it cannot be hard. This cannot be hard. I refuse to think that this is hard. Almost. McClack. I'm ready to learn. So we actually have 2,439. Yeah. Oh, I need to get that button. This is easy. When are we going to teach addition and subtraction? After we figure out how to read the abacus. But thank you. You're still here. Thank you so much, Day. Thank you so much. Rule the world. Yes, thank you.
Gee, Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Not rule the world, take over the world. I don't know if there's a difference. Good morning, Raider Nation. Good morning. How's it going? How's it going?
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
So we have our next number, right? And so what I want to do is I want to be able to make sure that people understand how to read the abacus. So for those of you that are coming in, thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, thank you, Boop. It is 2,677. How's my day going? So far, so good. I mean, I just started. I mean, it's still 7:30 in the morning for me. So I didn't have a drive-by troll, apparently. I had a person that was really interested. But their first comment was that this was very difficult. And I'm like, no, this cannot be hard. Thank you. Thank you. Make clack. Make clack. Right. So it's 2,677. Well done, everybody. So the top bead is a value of 5, and the bottom bead's a value of 1. So we have 2 beads here. This is just 2. We have 1 bead here. This is just 1. We have 2 again, 2 again. But the difference is between this one and this one is that there's the 5 bead. This 5 bead here tells us that it is being counted. This 5 bead is not counted, so this is just 2. When we add the 5, this is now becomes 7. So we have 2,677. Well done, everybody. Well done. Thank you so much for joining and commenting. Thank you so much for participating. Let me know what number you think this is. So we have our next number. We have our ones. We have our ones, our tens, our thousand, our hundreds, and our thousands. What number do we think that is? Yes, is it? Is it one? Yes, it is 1,909. That's well done. Well done, Boop. So we have 1,909. Well done, well done, well done. For those of you that's interested, I do have this book available in my shop. So this is what 1,900 looks like on the abacus and how it's written out. And then we have our next number. So we have our number, we have our thousands, our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. What number do we think this is? Anytime the beads are touching this horizontal bar, they're being counted. So we have our top bead is a value of 5. Because the top bead is a value of 5, those are being counted. Anytime the beads are not touching the horizontal bar, they're not being counted. So when they're not counted, they're usually considered 0. So these beads are counted, except for this one right here. Because it's not touching the horizontal bar, they're not being counted. However, this is counted, right? These bottom beads are counted, but this one is not counted. Thank you for the follow, dumb bunny. So what number do you think this is? Excuse me. What number do you think this is?
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
Thank you, Boop. Yes. 5,094. Well done. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right, you're right, you're right. So, depends on how you're counting. No, it doesn't. I've never used one of these. Okay, Death. 2s, 1, and 5. No. 5, because the top bead is always 5. 0. 5 plus 3 is 8. Thank you, BK. 4, because every value on the bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Queen Michael. Thank you, BK. Thank you. Yes, it doesn't make sense. Seriously? Okay. MJ. This is 1. This is 1. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? This is a value of 2. This is the value of 2, right? This is 2. 1, 2. Just like Italian marks, this is 2. Thank you, Soviet George. This is 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense, MJ? I'm not picking on you. I'm just making sure that you understand. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your comment. Let me know if you understand.
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
Okay, so apparently that was another drive-by troll. So for those of you teaching Westerners math, yes, thank you, Ren. So yes, because everybody needs to learn math. Everybody, Westerners need to learn math because Westerners have math. I don't understand that. That's very racist. So we have our next number. We're going to continue on. So we have our thousands. Did we do this one? We already did this one. It was 5,084. Okay, we're doing it. So we have our next number. Oh, no. Wait. We have our next number. Okay. Anyways. I'm starting to understand. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm saying teaching them is frustrating. Oh, it's not. It's not. Teaching anybody is frustrating. It's not just Westerners, Ren. It's just people in general. People in general don't understand math. That's all. So we have this. Do you get bored of teaching the same very basic over and over every cast? No. I've been doing this for 20 years, Treasure. Does McDonald's get bored of giving out their fries? No. Does, I don't know. Does teachers who are working in elementary school for the past 20 years, kindergarten, I know a kindergartner teacher who's been teaching for 30 plus years and they're going to go to retirement. No, it's not. It's all about understanding the craft and all about your negative comments are to the point. Your comebacks to negative comments are on point. Oh, thank you. No. Oh, thank you, Boop. Yes, thank you. So it's 7,570, right? So that's what it is, right? I mean, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, you come to my live, you're going to get the basics. That's what's going to happen because there's a lot more people in the matrix than just people that understand it. It took me a minute to... Yeah, no, I'm totally... This is... Westerners... It's not frustrating to teach Westerners. It's just people in general. You know what I mean? So that was a very racist comment. But yeah, no. I understand. So we have 7,000. It's not difficult either. I mean, the comments come through, but really it's not difficult when it's explained, right? So we have 5. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, 4th month girl. That's interesting. 4th month girl. Yes, 7,570. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I just joined. When you were showing 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a good question. Thank you, Mavericks. So the reason why we do that is because we have our ones place. Notice that there's a label right here. This label right here tells me it's the ones place. That's why I start here. So I have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000s. Does that make sense, Mavericks? So when we're looking, we have our tenths and we have our hundreds. Good. Fantastic. Yeah, I understand, Treasure. I understand because you come in alive and you want something more, but there's always going to be new people that don't know how to read the abacus, and they're super excited that they can. I'll be back. I'm very invested. Thank you, Chujo. So we're going to keep going. Okay, yeah, there we go. Awesome, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But see, that's the thing is like I don't tell you everything because I want to see if you guys can have those questions because I want you to actively learn, right? I don't want you to passively learn. We don't use them here. There's schools. There's schools that teaches abacus. I'm just here to teach the rest of the internet. So we're going to have this number. So if I use this is my ones place, this is my tens, then my hundreds and my thousands. So I love so we have 3,456. So notice we have our ones place right here. I just meant in general. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. And that's the hope, right? The hope is to be able to introduce this to mainstream math. Just like they have Singapore math and all these other, I don't know if you have I don't know if anybody remembers these, but they have these little bricks. So just like we have these little bricks or we have the Reck and Rec, I want to try to make the Abacus more versatile and more common as opposed to just being able to just kind of shout out to the world. So that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it more accessible for people to learn and understand what Abacus is. I do have workbooks and I do have worksheets and I do have classes as well. Yeah. So our thousands is how do you that's what we're going to do right now, JD. So we have 3,456. First, we need to understand how to read the basics, right? So we have, So we have 3,456. And then we have 73,456. 0.25. There we go. I'll use this for my 5-year-old. Oh, that'd be good. You know what? Does your 5-year-old already know their numbers? If they already know your numbers, then you might want to go into, I don't know if this will work for you. There's a preschool book that I've created. What we do is we talk about the first few numbers, right? 0 to 9. And we're going to do a little flip through. Oh, she does? Okay, so you can either do this, right? It's up to you, where we go through the numbers and there's activities, right? You might want to start with this just because it's kind of nice to go through the activities. Let me give you a flip through on this, and then we'll go into something different. So we count forward. After counting, the next lesson is counting backwards. After counting backwards, then we start going into the what comes around, and then you figure out what is surrounding. Oops, what's surrounding? You know, what's after surrounding? So what's before and what's after? And then after that, we go what's bigger than and less than, and then we have the adding of the number. Right? So this is where they could start figuring out how to move the numbers, right? Thank you, Precious Web. So we have, she was at very early. Okay, so then maybe you might want to start with the mazes. So this one is learning how to read the numbers and how to move it, right? We add the 1, we add the 2, and we're going to do it. We're going to go through it, but this is just a flip through. And this is all the activities to understand how to read the abacus. There we go. And so these are, and they go all the way. So then after that, then you go into the basics of like we do adding of the 5, then we do taking away the 5, and then we add the 10, which is like carrying over, and then this would be like borrowing. You might want to start, because your child already knows their numbers, you might want to start them on a 2-digit puzzle. Link in bio. Link in bio or TikTok shop. I do have stuff in the TikTok shop. So this is the 2-digit puzzles. And so what this is you look at the number and you figure out what the answer is. If this is 71, then you follow the path. I give you a mask maze. This mask maze is to cover up the answers, right? So you have this, but what I did is I give you the option to download a printable version so you can cover up the answers. So there we go, covering up the answers like that. So we have our 71, right? And so then you can figure out what the path is. That's what the mask maze is about. I printed it out on a thicker piece of paper so then you can't see. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. And so I give you another option to another way of doing this. I give you the path, right? And then I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I give you the path, and then I give you the number, and you're supposed to color in what the number you see. So this is 43. This is 43, right? So I colored in 43. That's what you're supposed to do here. And if you're ever curious, I do have answers in the back of the book, just in case. Oh, sorry. To answers in the back in the book. There we go. All right. So for if your child is already farther along, then maybe the mazes would be better. There's a 2-digit maze. I do have a 3-digit maze. I do have a 3-digit maze, and I do have a 4-digit maze. Yeah, those are all in my shop. Yeah. Yeah, I do have 3-digit maze. That's what we were doing. So you'll see, Queen, that's what we were doing here, is we were doing a 4-digit maze. And it's the same thing. So this one is done, right? Because you can see it's all colored. But this is what it would look like when it's not done. Just like that. But then obviously, you could still see the answer. That's why you have this little mask maze to cover it all up. So another, it's not a dumb question, not a dumb question. Unfamiliar, unfamiliar, right? Unfamiliar, please. It's not a dumb question. So, yes, no. So we have 9 on the abacus, right? Because we have ones and our tens, right? We have our ones and our tens. What are we doing? Well, if just like the number that you wrote 10. 10 is a what? 10 is a 1 and a 0. Hello, Supreme J. Awesome sauce. I'll have to return, but I'll follow return. Okay, not a problem, Queen. Thank you so much for joining. Does that make sense, Maverick? So we have our 1 and our 0, unless it's racist. There was this one person. I don't know if Wygus is here. I feel silly. Why do you feel silly? These are this is unfamiliar. Nobody knows how to read it. That's why I'm here. So then we can do 11. Hi. Trying to figure out. This is 11. 1 and 1, right? So what we're doing is we're understanding how to read the abacus. We have 1 and 1. So we have 2, 1, 2. This is 12. But if you never ask, I'll never know how to explain it to you. So Supreme, do you see that? Jay, do you see this is 13? 1 plus 3 is 13, and then 14. 1 plus 4 is 14. 15, the top bead will always be 5. Makes so much sense. Yeah, not a problem, Mavericks. Let me know if you have any more questions. We're going to continue on to adding and subtracting. But the first thing I want to do is make sure that Jay is up to speed. Jay, are you up to speed? Ah, thank you, Elias. Yes. Okay, good, right? Simple to use. So when we add the 1 to this is now 6. We add the 1 to this is now 7. Oh, this is what I was doing. Right. So we have a bigger number. If you notice, we have 73,456.25. Easy? So every column is a place value. We have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. After the ones place, we have our tenths and we have our hundreds. 6, 7. Oh my God, are you a troll?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
The will of the will, I think, is a troll. Out of here, troll. So this, what number would this be?
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies, 55 cokes, 55 wings, 55 shakes, 55 pancakes, 55 pasta, 55 peppers, and 155 taters.
So we have 55,000, right? 55,555.55. Did we get that? So all of these top beads is a value of 5. That's what this is. If I decide to do this one,
99 problems, but a ain't one. If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
so this is 99,999.99. The will. You're so funny. Right? So we have 99,999. This is the biggest number it can be on this abacus. Right? So if you're looking for something bigger, if you want to do like 100,000, you got to get a bigger abacus because size matters. This is a 13-column abacus. This is a 7-column abacus. Put it together, one's bigger than the other. That's all it is. Does it matter about the colors? Colors mean nothing. Colors mean nothing. Everything's all the same, right? So when we're looking, we have our hundreds. This is our ones, just like this. We have our ones. That's my label. That's the ones. This is my thousands, and I have my millions, right? Haha, thank you, Jay. So yeah, that's what it'd be. It'd be ones, thousands, millions. So I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 digits. 7 digits. This is 7 digits, but the problem is the dot is right here. So then you have your 2 decimals over here. You still have your decimals, but then guess what? If you choose your decimal, if you choose your one place over here, but then if I choose your one place over here, how does it zigzag after that? What do you mean zigzag? Different sizes. What do you mean, Jay? What do you mean by zigzag? So here, if I choose this one to be my ones place, like a Pokemon, you got to choose one.
Pokemon, I choose you.
Then I can do this. 0.00001. Does that make sense? So we have a really, really, really small number. If I choose this one to be my ones place. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Roman numerals. Roman numerals is 1, that's 1. This is 2, this is 1, this is 2. This is 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this is 4. Jay, I don't know your question. How does it zigzag after that? What does that mean? So then we have 5. The top is a value of 5, and then we have 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. You are in control of where your ones place is located. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You're in control of where your ones place is located. You could choose any one of them, whatever you like. Whatever is easiest for you or whatever you gravitate to. So I choose this one because I know my numbers are going to be bigger. You know what I mean? An educational life, we need more of these. Thank you, Paige. So we have 6. Yeah, 6. You know what would be really good if you're, for educational, it'd be great if we can all tap it out. You know what I mean? Like everybody else has like thousands and thousands of likes and they're like at the top and all they're doing is just singing and dancing. But I'm here to tell you guys, I'm here to teach the matrix what an abacus is. Thank you, Paige.
Welcome to the real world.
It's difficult to be entertaining with math. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Because I'm trying to get it out to FYP. Blue is 1, right? No, blue is 5. That's 5. So that's what 5 would look like, right? 5 is Roman numeral 5. That would be 5. Does that make sense, Jay? So then 6 is 5 plus 1. Morning, Doughboy. Good morning.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
Thank you, everybody, so much for the likes. Where's 1? That's 1, Jay. That's 1. Thank you, Precious Web. Thank you, Precious Web. Thank you, Mavericks. Thank you, Jokage. Yeah. We can't tap. Yeah, I know. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. You can't tap and understand at the same time. That's what I was thinking. Like, I noticed that was the one problem. So maybe I got to figure that out. So yes, exactly, Jay. So if we have 1 blue, green, and 1 green, yes, 1 blue, 1 green is equal to 6. Exactly. So that's what 6 is. You're right, Precious, and I think that's the problem. Maybe that's what I need to do. You're right. That's what I was thinking. Tapping spree for 25 seconds. That's a good idea. A tapping spree. So if I choose the place, I wouldn't have to. And that's the other thing, right, Precious? Like, you can't type your questions and tap at the same time. Good. You're going to get off? Okay, see you later, Jackson. Have a good day. And have a good morning. Good morning to you.
Step 2, greet the day, smile, and say, Good morning, city! Good morning, city!
Oh, you going to do it? Okay, you go right ahead. Thank you so much for your comment. I do appreciate you wasting your time in my live. Peace out. Because I don't have the problems. You're in my live and you're chatting and you're wasting your time.
99 problems, but a ain't one. I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me.
You probably got 99 problems? Yeah. No. There you go. Oh, there you go again. Thank you, Jackson, for wasting your time. Okay, sorry. So we're going to continue on. So does that make sense, Jay? So when we do this, you're like... yeah. It's not at the host. So Jay, does that make sense? So we have 5 here and then 1. So we add the 2, right? Just like here with the Roman numerals, we have 1, 2, that would be 2. 1, 2. Scrolled on an abacus, stayed for the soundboard. I've got the soundboards!
Hey, is it a little too early for being that loud? Hey, too late. It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early.
So does that make sense, Supreme J? We have 5 plus 2 is... Exactly, right? Good. So then we have this one. We understand that there's 3. 1, 2, 3. What number do we think this is? This is, so if we just add the 1, we know that this is 8. We add the 1 more, right? See, even Jackson shared my live. Right. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. There would be great if there was a Monty Python bit. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. That's what we're doing. Right? So 5 plus 4. And then 10 would look like that. 10 is a 1 and a 0. 1 and a 0. Go away before I taunt you. Go away before I taunt you another time. I don't know. Okay, I'll take a look. Is it from the Holy Grail one? Come back here. Oh, you know what? When the trolls leave, come back here. Let me gnaw off your ankles. No, I don't know. Okay, I'll take a look. Great. Okay, so we're going to continue on. So this all makes sense, yeah? So we have 1. Right, these are tally marks. So it's very similar to tally marks, which is very interesting because we can also do it with money. So if we have 1 on the abacus, we have 1 penny. If we have another penny on the abacus, maybe I should take a break. No, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for liking the live. Thank you everybody for liking live. I think I'm going to do that, Precious. I think I need to spend some time. Maybe I can go through I need to get a longer sound bit. Thank you, Joseph. Good morning, Joseph. Good morning, Joseph.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
This would not be 6. If I use this to be my ones place. You have ADHD? I was never diagnosed. But I think I'm pretty accomplished if I have 14 books that I was able to complete. Thank you, Precious Web. Yes, it is 50, 5 and a 0. I think that's what it is. I think you're right, Precious Web. Have a set time to just be like, what is it, a spree? What did you call it? A spree tap. Oh, that'd be good. Maybe just for like a minute or something. Yeah, so this would be 50. It would be 5 and a 0. If you have ADHD, this thing is the key we always needed. you know, that's what I've been told. I've been told like there's some kids that, you know, they have these bricks. If they have these bricks and they put it all together, right? And then they get lost in the sauce because it's unorganized. But this thing is organized. So when we're looking at it, every column is a place value. So even if your mind goes a little bit, even if your mind wanders a little bit and it comes back, you know where you're going. So if you make sure you choose this one to be your ones place, like we did, we have our 1s and our 10s. So the top bead is a value of 5. Supreme J, does that make sense? Is that 10 blues? No, this is not 10 blues. This is, blues, there's 50 blues. This is 50. This is 10. I can't believe how easy it seems. And Abacus is counting on numerals. Yeah, it's like that, or even like tally marks. I'm oldish. We just played with these. Nobody ever showed us to use one. Yeah. So, Supreme J, does that make sense? This is 10. This is 10. This is 20. 30. 40. Or if you were in the doctor's office, you would play that too. Yeah. It's, I don't know. It didn't start off as a toy. I don't know how the transition happened, but it never started off as a toy. It was actually a business tool. Do you have a cold? No. I have allergies. And it's kicking my butt right now. Thank you. I can't see your name right now in my head. Kira? Is that Kira? Thank you. No, it's allergies. Right now, it's allergy season for me. So this is 4J. Does that make sense? Supreme J. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 50, right? We hate those. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Last night was tough too. So this is 5. This is 6. 60. This is 60. Because this is my ones place. This is 60. So this would be 66, right? 76. 77, right? 87. 88. And then 98 and 99. Okay, good. Well done, Supreme J. So we're going to continue on. Yeah. I don't know if I have ADHD. I don't even know how to, I don't know. I know my mind wanders, but I'm pretty focused. So we have 2 on the abacus. We can do 2, right? Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for liking the live. This is okay. I have to remember this. Okay. That's what it is. I got to take a break for those. Okay, to tap it out. Okay, that's it. Okay, got it. Got it. No, thank you, Precious Web. Thank you, Precious Web, for the comment. I was thinking about that because it's one-sided, like, I've been doing this for such a long time. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for tapping.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
Thank you, user 428, for the follow. So we're going to continue on. Or maybe what I need to do is talk slower. But there's so much information that I want to provide. So we have 3 on the abacus. What about the right ones to the... Exactly. Tenths, right? So there's my decimal point. We have our ones. Our decimal point would be here. This is our tenths and our hundredths. And then it goes on, right? So it'd be tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. And then 100,000ths. But then if I choose this one to be my ones place, then I move everything over and I start from here. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my decimal would sit here. Is it different if I choose the left for me? I'm sorry. Is it different if I pick the left side for me? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you choose this one or this one. You just got to choose one, right? Just like a Pokemon. You got to choose one.
Okay, Charizard, I choose you!
Good morning, hey, TikTok God. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
Thank you so much, TikTok God. Thank you so much for dropping by. I'm so happy to see you. It always makes my day when I see the AI TikTok guy coming over and saying, hi, hello, good morning. So, Elias, does that make sense? It doesn't matter. You could choose anyone. So if you want to choose this one to be your ones place, you could do that. It's up to you. But then realize that you have no more room for the hundreds. Exactly. Exactly. See? That's the greatest thing. When people get that, right? How can you get tired of people like getting connections? Treasure. I don't know how you get tired of people connecting and understanding how to use the abacus. This is like the greatest thing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tapping it out. I do appreciate it. Right? Elias, does that make sense? But you're right. It has no more room for the hundreds. So there's no room for hundreds. There's no room for thousands. That's why I choose this one over here. So if I had a bigger number, right, then I would choose this one. If I need a bigger number, then I would need a bigger abacus because size matters. This is a 13-column abacus. This is a 7-column abacus. So notice there's a size difference only because if you have more numbers, you need a bigger abacus. That's all it is, right? Simple. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tapping it out. Thank you so much for tapping it out. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So we're going to continue on. Thank you so much. Now I'm like thinking about it. I got to think about it. So like, okay, so this is 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to do 5. When we do 5, the 5 is just like this, this mark right here. We want to add the 5 like that. Right? So the top beat is always a value of 5. And then we have 6. Maybe that's why. Good morning, Carlos. How are we today?
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
So we have the 5, and then we want to add the 6, right? 5 plus 1, so just like the tally marks, 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 1 is 6. Good morning, Carlos. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm so happy you're here. Are you feeling better? So we have our 7, right? 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7, just like here. 5 plus 2, that's 7. And then we have 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then, here we go. 5 plus 9. 5 plus 9. I'm sorry, 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. I could barely get up yesterday, but I'm making oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Very, very good. Don't forget to hydrate. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for tapping. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Step 2, greet the day, smile, and say, good morning, city.
All right. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out like a little break. Okay. So what we did is we looked at the abacus and we understand what it is. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. This specific book is available in my TikTok shop. And what we're going to do is we're going to understand how to move the beads. That's where this comes in, and I showed you a little bit briefly. So again, I'll just do a little flip through. We're talking about the beginning parts of how to read the numbers. And so what we're doing is we're just understanding what the numbers are, and then I give you activities. I give activities. This is meant for children that are 3, 4, and 5. And then we have 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't go anything higher than 9 because I didn't want to have to explain what place values were just yet. That's in the later books. And so then we have counting forward, and then after counting forward, we have counting backwards. After counting backwards, we figure out what comes in between, right? What comes in between, and then after that, becomes like what comes before and what comes after. Then we have comparison, and after comparison, we have how to add a 1. Okay, are we ready? You can leave a question while people think on tapping a spree. You can leave a question. But what would be the question? You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't want to tell people what's, 4, like 3 plus 3 is. You know what I mean? Hello, Supreme. Thank you, Supreme J. I don't know. I could leave a question. Like, what kind of, like, I would have to figure out that question while people think to do the tapping spree. Yeah, I have to figure that one out. I have to figure out what. Oh, okay, I got it. It would be, when do you think the abacus came around? Oh, maybe I'll do that. Okay, here we go. Here is, how about that? Would it be better to like have a create a new one? Let's see. Okay, so when was abacus started? So we could do, I don't know if this would stump people. I need to find my little cards. Oh, here it is. Oh, here we go. How about this? What numbers, okay, no, that'll be another one. How about this one? Okay, so 2300 BCE. I think I spelled that right. I don't know. I had an option, and then last year. Okay, so here's a poll. When do you think the abacus started? How about that? Oh yes, thank you, love letter. I have a poll, and it says, when do you think the abacus started? I bought the abacus and the books last night. I'm so excited. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. You can ask the folks that understand the current step to tap. Yeah, see, while you wait for it to end to do a tapping spree. You guys are so good. Thank you so much. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, okay. And I think that's what it is. I have to, like, be comfortable with the silence. Maybe this is when I got to start my music. You know what I mean? To get that tapping spree. Okay. You're at 20. Yes, I see that. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for 20K. All the 20K likes. Thank you. This would be okay. You can ask the current step. Okay. Thank you, love letter gems. Thank you so much. I'm excited for you. I'm excited when people start learning how to do the abacus. I really hope it works out for you. Okay. So I guess so. So for those of you that, thank you. I do appreciate this help. I do appreciate the help. Precious and Elias. I'll have to figure out some more. Maybe do it. Maybe not. I don't even know if I could change the time on this thing. Okay. I don't know what I'm showing on my screen. That's okay. At least I get that started. So. Oh, what? Okay. Let me do. Oh, I can't do another one. I have to wait for the other one. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Step 2, greet the day, smile, and say, Good morning, City!
Okay, thank you so much, Precious Web, for your time and your comments, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have about 30 seconds. If you guys can tap it out, that'd be fantastic. And then we're going to go into how to move the beads and add. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you again for joining. Almost. Okay, so we have 20 seconds left. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Morning wall, morning ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
Thank you, Super Fox. I'm so happy. I hope they're entertaining, too. They're not that entertaining. It's just me explaining things. Yeah. And I try to put in more, but then I get those drive-by trolls who are like, this is too difficult. And I'm like, really? Really? I mean, there's concepts, right? And there's processes and procedures and stuff. But it's like one of those things like trying to understand how to work a tool. So thank you, Super Fox, for the encouragement. Me and my kids watch you, and your help is so much. Oh, that's fantastic. Is there two tenths spots to add? Are there 2 tenths? Like that? 2 tenths. Oh, so the abacus started in Mesopotamia. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Yes. So the abacus started in Mesopotamia, but it didn't start off as this. It actually started off as a bunch of pebbles. And when the pebbles started, it was because of, thank you so much for, it started off as pebbles. These happen to be blue pebbles, but they start off as pebbles, and they would just do a 1-to-1 counting, right? So then China came around, and one of the answers was China in 900 CE. But so then that means that China came around and actually put the pebbles on a frame like this. So this is a Chinese abacus. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have 6. I'm sorry, 5. Because we have 5 here, we're going to trade that into this 5. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because we have 5 here, we're going to trade that into this one up here. So here, before Common Era. Oh yeah, right? And then CE is the Common Era. Yeah, I was trying to figure that one out. Because I remember as AD, but apparently that's wrong. Okay, so we have 10 here. Because we have 10, and then we have 10. So we traded in 10 and then 10. Does that make sense? So we could do it again here. 11, 12, right? 13, 14. So that's what happened. And then 16th century, abacus was modified to what the Japanese made it. The Japanese came around and said, we're going to make it more efficient, which is great. Thank you so much for the heart. So the Japanese came around, and what happens is they realized that there was a pattern, right? That's 1,500 folks. So then they started creating a pattern. They realized that if we learn how to make a 5 and we learn how to make a 10, you can add and subtract anything and everything, no matter how big the numbers are. So, can you leave? Oh, that's a good idea. Can you leave a big number on the abacus and put the answers? Wait, can you leave a big number on the abacus and put the answers? That would work. Oh, yeah, that would work. I could do that when doing large numbers. So that would totally work. I could do that. Thank you, Elias. Thank you so much for that. Yes. So Supreme J, when you're asking if this is my ones, this is my thousands, this is my millions. If I choose this one to be my ones place, this is my ones, this is my thousands, my millions, and then my billions. I could do trillions on this one because it's a 13 column abacus. So if I start here, this would be my ones, my thousands, my millions, my billions, and my trillions. Is that what you're asking? 16th century is the 1500s. Oh, 16th century is, yeah, that's confusing. 16th century is the 1500s AD, CE. Yep, I got it. Thank you. Thank you, Doughboy. I always get those mixed up. But yeah. And I never remember, like, the previous, right? Like, the 20th century was actually 19 something. Yeah. The Chinese abacus makes more sense. Oh, yeah, I could see that. There's a few people that talk about that. But I don't teach the Chinese abacus. I teach because it's a little bit more literal. I could see that. It's a little bit more literal. The Chinese abacus can use the formulas, but I don't teach the Chinese abacus. I only teach the Japanese abacus because there's formulas that we need to do. All right, that's a good idea. Okay. So we're going to continue on. Can you add a decimal? The decimal would be right here. I have to find my paper. So my decimal, if I had a big number, right? If I did $6.25, 6.25. That's what that would be. Thank you, Elias, for the follow. Yo word, does that make sense? So we have 6.25. Yeah, I still say AD. Anyways, so does that make sense? Yo word. Okay. If you choose this one to be your decimal place, then you can actually do a really, really small number. So it'd be 0.00001. That's what that would be. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining. And thank you everybody for tapping it out. I do appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, apartment. Good morning, doorway. Good morning, wall. Good morning, ceiling. Good morning, floor. Ready to start the day.
If it was red, exactly. All of this is not 4. Good morning, Sarah. This is not 4. It's 4 items. Good morning, Vinters. Good morning. Supreme J, does that make sense? It's 4 items. So if we had, and you're going to see it, if you know how to add, you'll know how to subtract. So we have 4 items, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not 4. We have 4 items. Because if I want to take away 1, we're taking away the 1. So we take away 1. If I want to take away 2, see, notice that I can take it away from the horizontal bar. So if I have 4 on the abacus, I take away 2. I take away 2 beads like that. Does that make sense? So if I want to add 1, I'm adding 1. So if there's 2 on the abacus, I want to add 1. That's what we're doing right now. That's why it's the values of 1. They're not labeled as numbers. Does that make sense? So we have 7 on the abacus, like that, right? When I add 7 on the abacus, I want to add the 1. I'm only adding this 1 bead because it's the value of 1. So what we're doing is we're focusing on the result, focusing on the process and not the result. We don't look at the result. The result will happen and will show you on the abacus. Blah, blah. Yeah. Does that make sense? So this is not 4 to go up. It's the whole item that's going up. Math is very fun. Thank you, Cam. I think so too. So we have 7 on the abacus. I want to add 1. I want to add this 1 bead. That's what I'm doing. It's the same thing with the 2. If I have 7 on the abacus, right? I want to add 2. These are 2 beads I am adding, and I added to the horizontal bar. So my final answer is 9. So we have 3, right? You could do tally marks. You could do dots. But look at it. If I add the 5, I'm going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. I move it up. So when you add, you go to the horizontal bar. When you subtract, you go away from the horizontal bar. But we're still adding. You could do tally marks, right? 5 plus 3. Then we could scale it. We could actually do 50 plus 30. 1, 2, 3. So now we get 80. We could do 500, 500, plus 300, 300. So then we have 800. You can now supertize easily. Whereas it's harder to supertize. Supertizing means what? Supertizing means you can see the number and you know what it is. You recognize it immediately. You don't need to count it out. This is hard to count out because Vinters, the comment never came through. So whatever you're just kidding about, the comment never came through. So here is 880. But on the abacus, it's easy to see because we could say this is 80 because we know that this is our ones and this is our tenths. What's this device called? It's called an abacus. This abacus helps you visualize your numbers. So when we're looking at it, we could say that this is 4, right? We add 4, we go to the horizontal bar. We subtract 4, we go away from the horizontal bar. And that's what we're going to do, right? What we're going to do is we're going to start subtracting because you know how to add, you know how to subtract. If I have 6 on the abacus, 5 plus 1 is 6. This is 6. I want to take away 1. To take away 1, all I got to do is take away 1. Does that make sense? So my final answer is 5. I don't need to say, oh, how do you make a 5? No. How do you move the beads so I can see what my answer is? My answer gets shown on the abacus. I don't need to memorize how to get there. So because we have 2, right? Or because we have minus 1, we can minus the 2. So I have 3 on the abacus. I want to minus 2. Take away 2, just like that. Oh, take away 2, right? So that's why yellow is not 2, because this is 2, right? If I had 2 already and I want to add 2, I'm just adding these 2. So it's the individual beads that we're adding. So we have 4 on the abacus. I want to take away 2. So my final answer is 2. And then we have 3. We have 3 on the abacus. 4 on the abacus. I want to take away 3. Take away 3 is 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 beads I'm going to take away. I see everybody is very interested in learning. Yeah? Does this make sense? Are we all right? So what we're doing is we're adding. When we go to the horizontal bar, we're adding. When we subtract, we go away from the horizontal bar. You guys are so funny. Yes, it's interesting. It's so interesting. So we have 4. Easy. Have the 5, add the 4. We have 9. Take away the 4, add the 4. Take away the 4, add the 4. Very confusing way to do math? No, it is not confusing. It is unfamiliar. It is unfamiliar. To add the 5, same thing, plus the 5. This is what people visualizes in their minds during competitive. It's very impressive. Yes. But it takes a lot of practice, right? It takes a lot of practice. And what we're doing is we're moving the beads and the abacus will show itself. The answer will show itself on the abacus. So what they do is they just move the beads in their brain and then they can see it on the abacus. So that's what we're doing. So if I have 4 on the abacus, I want to add the 5, we go like this. So I could see that this is 9. Is this for only adding and subtracting? No, it is not very rare. It is for multiplication and division. So we have 6 on the abacus, right? 6 on the abacus. This is what 6 looks like. 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom. But if I had 2 on the abacus already, I want to add 6. 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom, add the 6. Does that make sense? So it's already here. When I add the 6, it's 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom. You bring it together so they can touch the horizontal bar. So my final answer is 8. It's the same thing with the 7. What's 7? 7 is 1 bead on top, 2 beads on the bottom. Do you see that? 1 bead on 2 beads on the bottom. If I have 1 on the abacus already, I want to add 7. To add the 7, it's 1 bead on top, 2 beads on the bottom, and you bring it together. Does that make sense, Supreme J? So what we're doing is we're adding the number, right? That's why you look at the number and the values of it. So when you look, this is 5, you add the 5. If I want to add 6, 1 bead on top, 1 bead on bottom, and you bring it together like that. That's what adding 6 is. So if we take away the 6, we push it apart. Do you see that? So you push it apart, you add. You take away the 6, you add the 6. And the same thing with the 8. 8 is what? 8 is 1 bead on top, 3 beads on the bottom, right? 1, 2, 3. But if there's 1 already on the abacus, when I add 8, it's 1 bead on top, 3 beads on the bottom, and you bring it together. Thank you for the follow, beauty. And then you minus the 6. Minus the 8. I'm sorry, minus the 8. So my final answer is 1. Yeah? So we have 9. Add the 9. Take away the 9. That's it. That's it. Thank you for the follow. Is the house nice and quiet now that school started? Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a little bit tougher now because now I have homework. I happen to be in 7th grade all over again. Yeah. In the daytime, it's nice and quiet. So we do it again. If you know how to add, we know how to say, right? I'm okay with helping him. He just needs that extra help. So I have a 6 on the abacus. I want to take away 5. To take away the 5, I move it away from the horizontal bar. So my final answer is 1. Does it matter which column? Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Blake. Yes, it does matter. I like to use where the label is. There's a label right here. This is my ones place. So that's where my label would be for my ones place. So then I can count my ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. There we go. So we have our ones, right? That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. 1 and a 0. That's actually cool. Thank you, Blake. So like your number, 942. 942. That's what that would look like. How do I know? Because we have hundreds over here, right? Hundreds, tens, and then ones. So reading the abacus is interesting. Sorry. Yep. All right. Okay, so we're going to continue on. If I want to have 9 on the abacus, I have 9 on the abacus. I want to take away the 5. To take away the 5, tapping spree. Tapping spree. Yeah, you're right. I should have a little tapping spree. If I can get to, what, 30,000? Could I get to 30,000 today? That would be fantastic. A tapping spree. Leave a number for us to read. Oh, that's a great guess. Right. I forgot. All right. So we have our next number. You know what? Yes. Okay. We're going to make a 5-digit number. Here's my number. What number do you guys think this is? Okay, good. What number do you think that is? Teamwork. I know. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. You'll get there. I hope so. I'm excited for this. Thank you so much for the ideas. For those of you that are here, please have a tapping spree. Yes, please. If you can, just tap it out. And for those of you who are here, let me know what number you think this is. And I got to create another book. Vinters, I'm going to create another book. It's going to be a book for 5-digit, 6-digit, and 7-digit. And I'm like, you want 7 digits? So my Jeff and my husband and I were talking about it, and we were going to do like another book for just the mazes. So can we get to 30,000? Okay. Oh, maybe you know what maybe I should do is I should have a little thing that says 30,000. You really? Another maze. You guys are crazy. Okay. I could probably do that. That would probably be a jiffy. Okay, wait. So, maybe I need like separate cards, right? Like separate cards. Can I get 30K likes? Tapping spree. Oh yeah, there we go. Tapping spree. This will point, at this point, I'll buy whatever you sell. Like, that's funny. So maybe we'll do that, right? If you could tell me what the number is, and then it gets to 30,000 likes, I'll tell you what the answer is. See, was that baiting? Is that baiting? I don't know. I think it's okay. But that's not baiting. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get it out to the FYP so I can get more people to learn math. That's what I want to do, is I want people to learn math. And then I'd have to figure that out. Yeah, it definitely starts with 9. It does! You're right! It does start with 9. You're right. We have 9 over here. Well done, Supreme J. So then when we look at it, can you see what number that is? I need to find my... Here it is. Here it is. It is. Here from the FYP. Hello! Baiting? Yeah, I don't know. Batting. No, not batting. Baiting. Yeah. So we have this. So maybe for J, it's too many columns. What number do we think that is? Thank you, Elias. Right? What number do we think that is? So if I have these two numbers, right? Yeah? And then we have this one. So maybe what it is just too many. It's too many. So we have each column, right? And then we just look at it. We just look at each column one at a time. Focus on each number. Again, last stream you had was very simple, but coming back. Oh, thank you, Gio. If you're watching on the phone, the keyboard gets in the way of the... Oh, yeah, I could see that. I've been trying to, like, play around with it. I forgot which number is what number. Oh. There we go. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, our thousands, and our 10,000s, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. That's 6, and then we have our next number. So then here's the question, right? Thank you, Short Stack. Hello, Short Stack. Welcome back. But you're forgetting a decimal. Where's the decimal? And if I can get a comma in there, that would be fantastic. Yes. So if I get my comma and my decimal. So Vinter's got the decimal. Elias got the comma. Because it's easier to see, right? Doughboy got the decimal, right? Abacus is a very forgettable instrument. Really? I don't think so. All right, Vinter, see you later. What's it used for mainly? Basic math. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. That's what it's used for. But the first thing we do is we go into understanding how to read the Abacus. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tapping it out, for the little tapping spree. If we get to 30,000, that would be fantastic, and we can continue on. Yeah, take a little break. I got to take a little break. That's what I got to do. I got to figure out how to take little breaks. You ever move to solving problems like this? Yes, I do. But it all depends on the class. Thank you. What is it? I'm sorry. Thank you, not important. But you are. On the stream? Yes, I do. So glad I learned something today. Oh, good job. See you later. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, we should do a little party. Oh, oops. Hold on. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for the 30,000. Thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. I got to figure this out. Atmosphere? Nope. Filters? Nope. Effects. Hold on. I gotta do a little party. Interactive? No. Funny? No. Vibe? No. Background? No. Appearance? No. Where's my little hat? Oh, there we go. Here we go. How's that? Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for getting up to 31,000. Ha 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 ha. All right. So thank you again for everybody joining. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
To greet the day, smile, and say, Good morning, City!
Okay. So for those of you that are still here, we're going to continue on. And we're going to understand how to... More than just, it was fun. I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elias. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Treasure's like, don't you get bored? I'm like, no, I don't get bored of this. That's the reason why I do this, right? I've been teaching Abacus for 20 years. And I really enjoy it when people get it. I enjoy it when people get it because I want them to be smart in math. And I don't understand why we don't show the Abacus for everybody. And so that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do is I'm here to show the matrix what an abacus is. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Welcome to the real world.
And that's what it is. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for sending me up to 32,000 likes. So we're going to do one more concept and then I'm going to tap out. I'm going to go and, I'm going to head out. What I want to do is I want to cover this one last thing. So what we're doing is we're going to be adding, this is a concept that's very different than mainstream math. It's what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to make a 5. That's one of the core concepts that we were talking about. I discovered you today. I already kind of know how to read the abacus. Yeah. The abacus is not difficult. It's super easy, simple to use, easy to understand, right? And so the idea here is we can do more with it. We can actually do more with it, and this is where we're going to talk about. So we're going to add the 5 to make a 4. How to make a 5? We need to add the 4. Add the 1. So if I had 4, I'm going to add the 1. If I had 1, I'm going to add the 4. This is going to be so cool. So we have 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And then we have 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. We know this. Okay, good. I'm happy we know this. So what's going to happen is, when are we going to use it? We're going to use it in situations when we have 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4, we're not going to memorize. We're not going to memorize what 4 plus 4 is. What we're going to do is we're going to understand how to make a 5 with this 4. What does that mean? Well, if you notice, I have 4 on the abacus, right? I want to add another 4, right? If I want to add another 4, this is my 4 I want to add. I want to add another 4, but I can't. Okay, let's set this up. So I have 4 on the abacus, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my first 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add another 4. But guess what? There's not enough beads to add the 4. I don't want to do this because this would be 44, right? This would be 44. What happens? We need to add the 4 to the ones column. Right? We need to add the 4 to the ones column. Supreme J, are you still with me? So now, guess what? You see that there's a 4 here. How do we add 4? We add 4 to, we're going to make this a 5. How do you make a 5 out of this 4? You add the 1. Where's the 1 going to come from? The 1 has to come from the previous number. So you take away 1 from the previous number, you add it to the bottom number, I've made a 5. Right? You got to give away this 1. You got to give away this 1. So you give away 1, but then you've made a 5. So my 5, and then you add it, right? That's what I did. I made a 5. Does that make sense? So when we're looking, we're trying to make a 5. That's what we're trying to do. To make this 5, we got to add the 1. That's what we did here. We need to add the 1. But you got to take it from here to move it to here. So my final answer is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a core concept. Okay? So, why are you starting over the 3? Because I have a label here. This label tells me the ones place. This ones place tells me that I can do that. So then anything after the ones is a decimal. We have our ones, our decimal, and then our tenths and our hundreds. So then we have our tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So every column is a place value. Yeah. Okay, good. So we can do it again. So now we're going to practice again. So we have 3 on the abacus. 1, 2, 3. I want to add 4. To add the 4, I don't have any more room. If I have no more room, what do? I can make a 5 out of this. So on the 4, make a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I make a 5? 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. We got to find this 1 somewhere. This 1 has to come from where? The 1 has to come from the 3. So you take away 1, add 5. That's the formula. You take away 1, add 5. Take away 1, that makes my 5, and I added to that. So my final answer is 7. 5, 6, 7. Is the blue 5? Yes, the blue bead is always a value of 5. So this is 7. All the bottom beads are the value of 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is 7, right? This is not counted, so it's not added to the number. It may be unnecessary, but do you have a green, yellow, orange, and red boxes? I don't. I don't. They're all just blue. But the idea is not to consider the colors. Because I could very well do it with this one. Yeah, I could see what you're saying. So maybe I would have to color it in. I'd have to color it, but then... Yeah, I could see that. So if I color it in... But if I color it in, you don't think that would be confusing? Because how do I make this blue? No, how would I make it blue? That's what I wonder. Because if I have 3 on the abacus, and I do this, this is actually blue. So then that would be the top bead. I don't know. I gotta figure that one out. Because if I do... Yeah, keep the blue on top. Yes, please. Oh, yeah, I could flip it. Okay, yeah, one side is blue. That's a good idea. I think it would be confusing. I don't know. You could flip it. When you add 3, move 2, and when you add 3, when I add 3, move 2 and add... Wait a minute. I said that wrong. Okay, yeah. No, yeah, I think Mr. Awesome sounds good. So we color in one side, and then I could flip it. Oh, that's a good idea. I could flip it. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. I'd have to think about it some more. I was thinking about color coding it. Maybe I have to make a product. I mean, it would be good for, yeah, the different cubes. Yeah, each side would be a different color. Yeah. And they have a corresponding abacus. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, it's still exciting. It's still exciting to be able to, like, talk about this. Because even though it's fundamental basics, but then getting to this part, it gets exciting because then we can... No, that's a good question. No, it's a good suggestion. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Because I was thinking about it too. Because remember when I was talking about this and I was like, maybe I should try to figure out how to color code it. Yeah. Yeah. Jackson, you're still back! Welcome back, Jackson. Have you been around or have you come back? Welcome back, Jackson. We got to 32,000 likes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Back from math. Back from... I don't even know if that's even proper. So, all right. Thank you. Jax likes to learn. Welcome. See? Jackson shared the like. See? That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes trolls are not really trolls. They're just kind of being interesting. All right. This will be it. I am going to head out. Thank you again for all the help and the suggestions. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good morning. Have a good day. Have a good night. I will see everybody in my next live. If you did follow or you did check in over here somewhere with the orange heart me, thank you again. Thank you again, Doughboy. Thank you, Elias. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Cast and Kenny, for the follow. And so we're going to continue on to try to educate the Matrix.
Welcome to the real world.
My true calling would be to try to take over the world.
Jade, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
So thank you again, everybody. Thank you again. And I will see you all in my next live. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good day. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, that's right. Who said that? In case I don't see you. Who said that? Have a good day. Good after. Oh, that's yeah, that's it. Truman. Yes. I should get that one. Okay. I gotta get that one for sure. The Truman Show. Yep. I remember that. That's a good one. In case I don't see ya. Good day. Good evening. Yep. I'll do that one. That one for sure. That one for sure. Ha ha ha. Don't. Yeah, you stay for the sound bites. All right. Thank you again. Goodbye, everybody.